Alhassan,
Yes,
Bola Tinubu is going to be president of Nigeria.
well,
What surprised everyone was Vice President Yemi Osibanjo came third.
Yeah.
What happened? It was like, we all said it was a contest between Bola Tinubu and Vice President Yemi, and Amechi came through quite strong.
that was a shock. That was the biggest shock of the whole thing. And then going forward, it shows that if Amechi could position himself very well, he will become the obvious leader of the Eastern wing.
Amechi is Eastern.
Yeah, he's technically an Easterner, though he's from the South.
And he's a Christian?
He's a Christian. But when we go by the old three regions, then he falls in the East.
East Igbo?
Yeah, Igbo.
Okay.
Igbo dominated.
Okay. Are there other tribes in the East?
The other tribes in the East.
Okay.
But when we go by the geopolitical zones, as we have it currently, then he's South.
I thought South was Yoruba.
No, Southwest is Yoruba.
Ah, okay.
And not just Southwest, and some part of North
But
Central.
Jonathan is from where? Good luck.
Jonathan is South.
Yoruba?
No, Ijo. South.
Ah, Yoruba is
You know, in
Southwest.
the South, you have minorities like Ijos, Urobo, Ishekili, Sapele, and those other smaller minority groups. And that was one of the arguments. That was how come states were born by the military government.
But Tinubu is Yoruba for sure.
Tinubu is Yoruba for sure.
Southwest,
Yeah.
Muslim. Okay, so give us an analysis. What happened?
Well, City Boy won. That's the new name he's been called.
What they say, City
The
Boy.
City Boy.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
So these are the entire 23-man list. And then, well, I think first of all, let's give Buhari a thumbs up.
Yes.
This is the first time in Nigeria's political history that the sitting government did not interfere.
Are we sure about that?
Of course.
Oh, but everyone thought that he was
You know
interfering
what?
in favor of
And
Yemi
that
Osibanjo.
is the beauty of Buhari's style of leadership. He allows you to keep on guessing, speculating. What is the quiet decisions already made?
So what decision did he make?
He realized that the biggest harm APC can do to itself is Buhari's interference. Because if they come out divided, they come out of the convention divided, that gives the opposition a chance. So then any decision he takes that appears to be biased will undermine unity post that convention. So he decided to be quiet. And that's what the Americans will say. Justice must not just be served. It must be seen to be served.
Seen to be served, yeah, correct. So you believe that Buhari did not interfere? He was so clever with the interference that we couldn't tell.
No, he did not. Because had he, then perhaps Osibanjo should have gotten his way.
Yeah, but maybe he did and he wasn't successful. The people didn't. He's a
think-
lame duck president. Nobody's responding to him. He's not popular. So yes, that may be the reason why.
To say Buhari is not popular is quite fallacious.
Is he popular?
He is in his core part of the country.
On account of what in Nigeria, for instance? We have had
For-
NSAS, we have had actors doing personal videos to him, complaints about how he runs the country, all that. Buhari is not that popular.
NSAS was just happening within the southern portion of the country. It tells you Buhari still control the north in his firm grip from day one, as he usually had it.
But Tinubu, we knew that Buhari did not support Tinubu. We knew that.
Well, I think Buhari wanted someone which is from the administration, perhaps, to ensure continuity.
So Tinubu won against Buhari's better wishes.
Tinubu won against the number 2 and the number 3, which is Osibanjo and
That's number
Ahmad
2.
Lawan,
Why is he number 3?
the chairman of the National Assembly and president of the Nigerian
But he
Assembly.
didn't show up. He didn't get many votes.
No, he came
Fourth. With how many votes?
I think we have the votes here, 152.
Oh, but that's so these are the people who got votes. The rest got 0 because I saw a lot of zeros.
These people pulled out.
Yeah, some pulled out, but those who went in, they got 0.
I think Ibikunle Amosun pulled out in favor of Tinubu. Likewise, Akpabio. Likewise, Boniface.
Let's go back to the results. So this is 2,000 delegates, isn't it?
2,322.
And he earned 1,200. That's a landslide.
71.
Amechi 316.
Yeah.
Osibanjo 235. 152. 47.
Yahya Bello.
Yeah, Bello. Is that your uncle? Dave Umahi 38. Ahmed Sani
Of
4.
course, I knew Ahmed Sani would have a lot of problems.
But he did better than those who got 0. He got 4.
Yeah, but you see, Ahmed Sani, even if he had been presented by APC, would have been a suicide. Because there was no way Ahmed Sani would secure a vote in the South.
And then this guy got 1, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Okay,
there's a reason
let's
for
move
him
on
because
quickly,
he brought Sharia law into this current dispensation in Zamfara State.
Okay.
So the South loathed him perfectly for that.
I see. Okay. Let's. So what's going to be Osibanjo's political future then?
Now, you see, first of all, the result shows Tinubu's firm grip in the Southwest, which is Osibanjo's home. So technically, it keeps him very, it weakens his position in the House.
Going to the future.
Going to the future.
Assuming that Tinubu goes to the election and he does not win, and APC come into opposition. Is Osibanjo ready to sort of lead that opposition into the next election?
I don't think so. Perhaps the bargain that was struck between Tinubu and those who pulled out of the race will influence the next decision should in case
Tinubu does not win.
But then another thing, so if Tinubu goes and does not win, does it change the arrangement of power between 8 years North, 8 years South?
Well, the APC will have to decide that. We need to.
That's another internal issue. Okay. And then another decision, as Tinubu has always been a man of consultation, a man of deep network.
I don't see Tinubu in this photograph. Where is he?
He's here.
Why is he standing? Is it not the photograph after the Congress?
No, this is one of the consultations.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then you could also see that another thing that worked for Tinubu was that aside having firm control over his own region, the network he built over the past 4 years, over the past 8 years, particularly in 2015, trying to extend Buhari's victory to the south, allows him to have some kind of communication with the northern governors, because there was this letter that came out about supporting the zone into the south. So it shows that he was able to secure that connection despite all the tensions that was behind the scene. So by getting the northern and the southern people, and this is one of his, there was those who think he was coming into the election with sense of entitlement, and to debunk that assertion, this is one of his statements. I'm a unifying leader. I have constructed a formidable political structure, one that has delivered electoral victory after electoral victory. I do not now put myself forward because I think this nomination is my due. I step forward because I believe I can lead our party towards a bright future.
Oh, I like this.
And this is to debunk.
This is deep. This is very interesting.
This is to debunk the assertion that
Asamoah Boateng is running for party chairman. Should he copy this?
What?
It's interesting.
Everybody has his style of delivery.
No, but this one you can't copy it too, because it talks about the pedigree. Yeah, it says, I'm a unifying leader. I have constructed a formidable political structure. Not many people can say that. One that has delivered electoral victory after, but that is true. He's talking about his own victories in Lagos, Fashola's victories, Buhari's victory. That's correct. He's delivered electoral victory after electoral victory. I do not now put myself forward because I think this nomination is my due. I step forward because I believe I can lead our party towards its brightest future. That's great.
And this also talks about his style of governance. You know, when he was governing Lagos State, he has the most diverse administration, made up of people from other states. For example, what is the from Ambodi? Ambodi is actually not from Lagos State. I think he's from Ondo State also by origin.
But he worked under Tinubu.
But he was even made a governor in Lagos State.
Okay, let me come to Ghanaians and talk about this thing I've been talking about, electing DCs and electing. That's what happens in Nigeria, by the way. So Tinubu was elected as Lagos State governor. 2 elections. That's why he's talking about victory after victory. So based on that, he's now coming into national leadership. People can judge him that when he was at Lagos, what did he do? In fact, when he was at Lagos, the government in Abuja was a different political party. Always been a different political party. Tinubu and Obasanjo somehow didn't see eye to eye. When Obasanjo was PDP, Tinubu was forming a new party. And Tinubu was defeating PDP in the Lagos elections, even though Obasanjo was the president consistently. And after Tinubu, he brought Fashola, who also won 2 elections. And then eventually, when he got so angry with Obasanjo and the PDP, he formed the APC, brought Buhari in, and Buhari won 2 terms. And he is now the leader of the party. Okay, let's move on.
And then by the fact that other contenders from the southwest withdrew from the poll, I was left with only Osibanjo. Some consider him to be like a traitor or so. People see it to be treachery. I don't know how that will affect. And so this is someone's assertion, one of the tweets.
It says this election from this ongoing sorting is between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Asiwaju Tinubu.
Everything is just about Tinubu from
Oh, I see. Oh, that's sarcasm. So it's all Tinubu's name
his full name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay, so the guy says Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Asiwaju Tinubu.
And this is one of his titles.
I see.
This literally means a leader, one who leads. That's the Yoruba word.
I see.
And then someone in referring to Osibanjo, wonderful. Where is my professor, Pastor Judasi of Yoruba land? And this is a clear attack on the personality of Osibanjo.
I see. Also, this is post from Nigeria.
Yeah, this Minister of Labour.
OBJ referring to Obasanjo. Yeah. Are you watching? The kind of leadership OBJ failed to give official PDP in Nigeria in 2007 is what? PMB is who? Buhari?
Yeah, Muhammadu Buhari. President Muhammadu Buhari.
Oh, it's what PMB just provided for the world to see. Complete transparent process to pick a possible successor. No imposition, no interference. Who is Democrat now? Congratulations at official ABT, something like that. Okay, so the concern that Obasanjo had brought in Yaradua, that's Obasanjo sort of forced Yaradua onto the PDP ticket. But you see, he explained that he had a relationship with the General Yar'Adua, who actually saved his life.
Before that, Obasanjo had this third-term agenda that was supported in the National Assembly.
Yes, and then he brought...
And that was an assembly which he controlled the two chambers.
Obasanjo?
Yeah.
But that's why he brought Yar'Adua.
So people felt he only brought somebody who could manipulate, having failed to come for a third term.
Oh yeah, well, sort of. Somebody who could continue with what he was doing. Not manipulate is too strong, but somebody who could continue with what he was doing, I think.
Well, it became obvious that he miscalculated because we saw the approach of Yar'Adua to prevent from what he thought could be. And that's one thing about politics.
But Obasanjo didn't hide that. He didn't hide the fact that he was bringing Yar'Adua in. He didn't hide it.
But even at that time, the North knew Yar'Adua was unhealthy. And the North were also concerned, just like the Southerners felt Buhari was trying to use Jonathan. The North equally had that reservation at the time. So you could see that Obasanjo in one way or the other was trying to... But it's normal. Leaders always want to secure what they perceive to be their legacy.
Yeah.
Or want continuity. But then now the ball has been set rolling. PDP have done their, what do you call it? And then one of the Atiku's 3 cardinal points going forward is one, job creation. Of course, Nigeria has a very huge unemployment rate. I can't remember the exact percentage. And then you have insecurity. And then another thing we cannot take away from Buhari is that he left Nigeria very polarized and inherited it.
Buhari?
Yeah.
Nigeria is polarized today than it was in 2015.
Because if you look at the rise of militancy and what do you call it, quote unquote, rebellion or insurgency in the East, from the IPOB and the likes, it's just like the Cameroonian situation. It was just a mere political agitation. Rather than using dialogue, the government decided to use repression. And then, as a result, we have this escalation. And another thing I fear is that going forward, would PDP equally bring an Eastern running mate, perhaps to assuage the kind of anger that the Easterners felt towards PDP? Or they also refuse because it's obvious APC is going to bring a Northerner. So if PDP refuses to bring us Easterner, or they bring an Easterner who does not have that clout of what do you call it, Peter Obi, will it not also increase the sense of marginalization in the East? And what does that spell for insecurity in Nigeria? Because we've just been hearing a report that the attack on the church in Owo was actually carried out by ISWAP. That is Islamic State West African Province. And that clearly tells you that Buhari has lost control over the security. And let's be very frank to ourselves. We can pardon him on economy. Obviously, he's not an economist. But we cannot pardon Buhari a single day on insecurity.
When is the election?
The election should be somewhere in February.
Okay. So we're building up towards 11:30. We've kept viewers too long. Tomorrow is a working day.